4 years ago, I couldn't have been consistent if my life depended on it. But for the past 2 years, my consistency has been my biggest advantage. For example, I've built my personal brand to over 320,000 followers. One of the platforms I've done that on is Twitter. I have tweeted every single day, multiple times a day for the past 2.5 years. We've all seen the compounding curve that can happen when you take consistent action. Everybody wants to be consistent. Everybody knows the true power of consistency. But how can you actually build it? I'm going to break down how you can build relentless consistency. Now, the weird thing is you are told to aim big with your goals, and you should. The problem though with aiming big is that you can often get fixated on that end goal. It seems really far away and you don't know how to get there, what to do, and you end up taking no action or being inconsistent. And that's exactly why you need to create a daily focal point, a daily action. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you will know I talk about this all the time, and that's because if something is worth saying once, it's worth repeating 1,000 times. Get your big goal and break it down into as small time component as possible, for example, a daily action. This way you have something to focus on every single day that over time will add up to your goals and reduce this level of overwhelm that you feel, meaning you have no excuse not to show up and do the daily action. Now, even though you have this daily action and you have this daily focal point, you are going to face resistance. Now, resistance is that feeling where you don't want to do it, where your inner bitch is telling you, you don't need to do this today. You can skip today. You did well yesterday. You can do it again tomorrow. Don't listen to that voice. You can't let that inner bitch win. Now, some days you will face more resistance than others. Some days that inner bitch won't even be there, and other days that inner bitch will be screaming in your face. That is exactly why you need to bring out a pen and notepad and start going deep, introspective, and journaling, okay? You need to figure out why you want to achieve that big goal. Why actually do you want to achieve that big goal? Go deep. It might be uncomfortable, but you need to do it. You then also want to journal to understand why those daily focal points you created are important in achieving that big goal. That way, when you face this resistance, when you have this inner bitch screaming at you, you can tell it where to go because you have stuff to do and you know why it's important that you do it. By building this why and understanding this why, you're basically building accountability, but not external accountability. Everybody talks about external accountability this, external accountability that. The problem with external accountability is that it's unreliable. You are giving your accountability and you're relying on somebody else to keep you accountable. It doesn't make sense, especially in the long run. But by building this why, you're actually building internal accountability that you can control. But if you want to further that accountability beyond just understanding your why, you need to do two things. You need to separate your emotions from your actions. Now, that does not mean that you separate yourself from your emotions, because emotions are great, they make you human, you need emotions, okay? But you separate your actions from your emotions. So when that inner bitch is screaming at you not to do your work and you don't feel like doing your work or going to the gym or doing what you have to do, you separate your emotions from your actions. You do it regardless of how you feel. Nobody great or anybody that has ever done anything great has done it by listening to their emotions and skipping work when they feel like it. You then again want to get out that pen and notepad, start journaling and go deep and introspective again. Figure out your core beliefs and your values. What are they? Why do you have them? And don't ever break them, okay? Now, a lot of people will see internal accountability as a form of motivation. And now, if you're watching this video, you likely understand that motivation is crap, it's unreliable, it's uncontrollable, and that you need to build your discipline instead. Well, by building internal accountability, you're actually building your discipline, not your motivation. And discipline is absolutely fucking key. It is crucial for you to be consistent and show up every day, because you need to be willing and able to do what needs done when it needs done, regardless of how you feel. But with that said, you don't want to make this process or this journey of chasing your potential, of achieving your goals, harder than it needs to be. You want it to be easy. Now, when I say you want it to be easy, that doesn't mean that you want to skip your workouts. That doesn't mean that you want to half-ass your work or half-ass your workouts or anything like that. I mean you want it to be as easy as possible, understanding that it's still going to be damn hard. Now, what I mean by you want it to be as easy as possible is that you actually want to streamline your journey with habits, routines, and systems. So it's nothing about half-assing your workouts. It's nothing about not doing the hard shit. It's about streamlining the process of doing the hard shit through habits, routines, and systems. Now you want to build those daily focal points, which we discussed earlier, into habits. You then want to build 3 routines: a morning routine, a deep work routine, and an evening routine. And then you want to systemize everything that can be systemized. Now what you systemize and how you systemize it is going to be really dependent on your context, but I would recommend you look into SOPs, standard operating procedures. Essentially, you take a task that you do regularly and you write out the exact steps and the exact way you do everything to complete that task. That way, when you go to do that task, you just follow those steps, and this way you have a level of consistency in your work, a level of consistency in the quality of your work, and you get more done in less time because you're being productive as fuck. Now my friends, if you can think big, but you can take your attention to the daily focal points, you can understand your why, build internal accountability, build discipline, and streamline your journey, you are going to build immense, ruthless consistency, and over time you're going to experience the benefits of compounding and that compounding curve from your consistent actions. As always, all my resources are linked in the description below, so if you're interested in any of them, go check them out. And if you want more details on building your discipline, check out this video right here. And as always, my friends, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.